What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and today we're going to be talking about how to complete every single brand new Easter egg over on Fortune's Keep and all rewards that you can unlock by doing each of them. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and also as a reminder, we got plenty of brand new content going up over on detonated.com for those out there that want additional coverage for multiplayer, Warzone, and zombies, plus plenty of tweets every single hour on Detonated's Twitter. Now, as a bit of a reminder, Ashika Island has been rotated out of Resurgence for at least the next 2 weeks. The current Warzone schedule does say that Vandal is going to come back next week with Lockdown, but Ashika wasn't anywhere to be found in the recent patch notes, so they just want to give Fortune's Keep some more time to shine in the spotlight, I suppose. But with that as well, as of last night, I posted a separate video talking about how to unlock each of the wonder weapons inside of Fortune's Keep. There's 3 methods in which you can do that, which are covered in depth in that video featuring some timestamps. But jumping into our first reward you can get for free by just scanning a QR code in the message of the day. This is the Chaos Maker calling card, which was just added in for free as a bit of a celebration, considering we just got the launch of Season 2, a brand new Resurgence map, so feel free to scan that if you guys want a free calling card added to your account. But Fortune's Keep does feature quite a few goodies in terms of different side Easter eggs, secrets, and rewards, which I'm happy about since the original Fortune's Keep also did during Vanguard's life cycle. We have some little things around the map like a retractable bridge, which you can interact with. There's 2 of them to be exact. They're easy to spot on the tech map. They were also showcased pretty well in the recent gameplay trailer. And there's even some water valves you can interact with over in the winery. These are just small interactable parts of the map, which I think do give the map a little bit more personality, a little bit more character, and could spice up the gameplay quite a bit. Just some minor things they added to the experience. But let's first jump into the secret vault Easter egg. So you want to make your way over to the Keep area of the map. It's marked as Keep on the TAC map, just to make that clear. You want to make your way into this particular room and just light these 2 torches. What you now want to do is crouch on the throne, since the throne is actually a pressure plate. You can now head down the secret staircase that just opened up, where you'll come across a giant vault, which can also be opened. And this was teased quite a bit in the recent Fortune's Keep trailer as well. That's why I always recommend paying close attention to specific trailers that COD puts out, because they'll often hint at certain Easter eggs and cool secrets or surprises. But what will always be found in this room is a Molotov or thermite. What you want to do is throw that Molotov or thermite at the very top of the vault. And keep in mind, if you found another piece of equipment like a Molotov or thermite anywhere around the map, you can also use the ones that you found or grab from your loadout. So right when you throw anything explosive like a Molotov or thermite, it'll actually show you a few symbols which will light up on the door. Now there's 8 torches in this room, and you want to match these symbols with the torches, which is fairly straightforward, right? So the top 2 symbols will match the left and right torch on the vault door, then go clockwise or even counterclockwise if you want, making sure that each torch that needs to be lit does get lit according to the symbol, while if there's any other torches that shouldn't be lit but are, you can put them out by interacting with them. So you're essentially matching the torches in the room to the symbols on the door, right? Just going in order around the room in a bit of a circle, and there's 8 of them total as I went ahead and showed you. But once that's done, a pressure plate will become interactable, allowing you to open the vault, and you can get some gold weapons, which are just high tier weapons that have a bunch of attachments with the gold camo on them, similar to the bonus weapons you were able to get in the original Fortune's Keep, which also had the gold camo on them. Kind of a callback to that old Easter egg. But there's other high tier loot in here like kill streaks, a bunch of money, and any other gear you might need for some late game action. But with that, this is probably the equivalent of the Ashika Island secret room near the Tryhard building. I think this is something that could be easily replicated in several matches, and it's honestly fun to do. But like I always say with any Easter eggs in a Warzone map, as more and more videos and guides do release, more people will become aware of the secrets on the map, which might make all those Easter egg quests that much harder to do. Now, by unlocking the secret vault, you will get the Firmamentum large decal reward, which actually looks pretty damn nice, and it's cool that you get some type of cosmetic reward for doing a lot of these new side quests in Fortune's Keep. Now, we next up have the Dragon Stirs Easter egg, which actually just got solved earlier this morning, and this does involve the lighthouse. Now, this is actually pretty straightforward, especially if you have a team. I think you'll find more difficulty with doing this if you're playing on solo or just with one other person, but if you're in at least a 3-man squad, this could be done in just a couple of short minutes. So what you want to do is head over to the lighthouse, where you want to look for a red can of gas, and there's a couple of spawns for this, but they're just around the lighthouse, not too hard to find whatsoever. And the red can of gas is easy to spot, especially when you're in the air. We have a tech map on screen depicting where all the gas can locations are, at least all the ones that were found, but we'll go ahead and update that tech map over in the detonated article, which is going to be linked down below as well. So once you find that can of gas, you want to then bring it to the very top of the lighthouse, where you can refill a generator with the gas. Once you do that, after interacting with it just one time, watch out for actual real enemies in the area, because this could often be a hot drop. So watch your back or have your teammates do that for you. And what you want to do is pay attention to the light at the very top of the lighthouse, and you'll notice that it's moving in a circle, similar to Call of Dead if you're familiar with that from Black Ops 1 Zombies. And then what you want to do is interact with this machinery to stop the beam of light from moving, but only when it pinpoints in a certain direction on the map. It's actually pretty simple to do, especially if you mark it for yourself on a attack map. You can kind of line up the beam of light with your marker on the map itself, or have a teammate do that for you as well, whatever you guys want. Your teammate could also call out when to hit stop. And again, you could do this solo. It's not that difficult, but you're essentially wanting the beam of light to stop when it's in the northwest direction. Definitely going west, but a little to the right. So again, we're talking northwest-ish, and it's in a beam at a very specific bird nest. And you don't have to get it perfectly, because even if you stop it roughly in the right location, the beam of light will kind of move for you and just kind of get stuck in place. You'll know you did this right if you can't interact with the machinery anymore to stop the beam of light. It'll just get locked on to that bird nest to your left, and it's again to the left of the lighthouse point of interest. Now this next part is really simple. All you have to do is go ahead and walk up to 3 different viewers, as you guys would see at a zoo in Fortune's Keep, and they're all marked on this tac map. As you can see, you want to go up to each one of these viewers and just melee them so that a mysterious item does drop from the viewer, and the mysterious item is going to be a mystic lens. All you have to do with the mystic lens is bring it to the nearby bird nest in that point of interest. Again, there's only 3 of them total, and you can do them in any order that you want, especially if you're in a game of, let's say, trios. You could have one teammate go to each bird nest, place that lens down, and what that does is has the beam of light from the lighthouse reflect upon the lens, and that'll all go ahead and reflect towards the keep area of the map itself. So it's relatively straightforward. Again, you just have to go to each of those 3 viewers, melee them to get the lens, and then place them in the bird nest, and then that's going to be it. Once you go ahead and place that lens down, the beam of light will automatically reflect from the lighthouse all the way to the keep point of interest. Upon doing that, you go ahead and see fireworks just shooting out of the keep POI, which looks absolutely insane. It'll actually pop up in the lobby as to who actually completed that Easter egg. That is called Dragon Stirs. But the reward you get for doing this is the Crimson Universal Camo, which actually doesn't look that bad. I think it's a cool reward for having done this. Honestly, the fireworks are probably the best part, so the entire lobby knows that you just did pretty cool Easter egg. It's not that tedious. You're pretty much just crossing your fingers that the circle collapse doesn't end up getting rid of certain POIs that you need to be in while doing this. That's why it's best to get this done in the fastest amount of time possible. I mean, I've heard rumors out there that if the circle collapse does get rid of the lighthouse or any of the areas where the bird nests are, this Easter egg won't be able to be done even if you have a durable gas mask. So keep that in mind. We also have an Easter egg that is tied to the bank over in the town point of interest, and this will reward you with an animated calling card, which is actually pretty damn cool. And you're tasked with finding 3 different drills around the town POI, similar to the gas canisters over in the lighthouse. What you need is in the same point of interest where the Easter egg can be done. So thank God you don't have to go to any other areas of the map to find these electric drills. 3 of them can be found in the town area, which I'll mark for you guys on the tac map as well. They're really not that hard to spot. They're pretty big, but again, if other enemies do go ahead and grab these, then you're kind of shit out of luck unless you go ahead and wipe them and take it from them. But if you guys manage to, again, play in a squad of 3 and you just each drop at 3 different spots and just kind of circulate around where the other locations are for these drills, then you'll probably end up finding them within a good minute and a half of the game starting. Once you do find 3 drills, or you can just take one by one as you go, you want to go into the bank, head upstairs, and there's a locked door that you'll notice, which can actually be unlocked if you interact with a very specific red button under a desk that's literally a couple of feet away. So once you interact with that button, that secret door will open up. You can head inside, but notice that an alarm just got set off because you've entered this room, which will alert nearby enemies. So if you want to take this risk and set the alarm off, just know there's probably a ton of enemies that are nearby that have heard this and may be pushing you in this building. So that's why it's probably better to go ahead and unlock this door once you have all 3 drills. Once you're in this room, you can actually place 3 drills down on these safety deposit boxes, in which a bunch of cash, we got some weapons, kill streaks, and some other little bonuses will actually dispense from the safety deposit boxes. Upon opening 3 safety deposit boxes with those 3 drills, you will then unlock the animated calling card for having done this, right? Heavy payday vibes at the end of the day. Now, if you guys are looking to unlock the Watch Your Step emblem, you can actually go ahead and unlock this by entering the Hazard Secret Room located underneath the graveyard. And I covered this in my Wonder Weapon video last night, in which all you have to do is just head to the graveyard, go underground, and just walk straight until you come across a sign that says Loading Bay, Production, and Lab. Go in that direction where you'll see a door marked Sec B. Head into that room, and you'll notice there's electricity flowing through the water. You have to disable the power in the room by interacting with 3 different switches. So kind of shimmy against the wall, jump on those platforms, on those boxes in the water, and you'll be safe from the electricity that's flowing through the water in here. So after you interact with all those switches, you can then swim into the water, and you want to swim towards the opening of this room where you entered, and just swim all the way down until you make your way to a ladder in which it'll take you into the hazard secret room. There's a high chance you find a ray gun in here, but no matter what, anytime you enter the hazard room, you will go ahead and unlock this emblem for everybody on your squad. So pretty cool little secret room Easter egg. Always a fan of finding these over in the brand new Warzone experiences, but some honorable mentions for some other cosmetic rewards you can unlock by playing Fortune's Keep do include the following. So first off, we have squad streaks, which I believe is going to be a new feature for all Warzone maps. I haven't seen the rewards yet, which I believe were confirmed to be calling cards and emblems for having wiped 5 different squads in a pretty rapid succession. You have to just wipe the next squad before that meter depletes all the way on your squad streak icon. So with that in mind, I do think this is a really cool new way to introduce even more cool rewards over the next few seasons that aren't just calling cards and emblems. But if you manage to go ahead and wipe 5 squads in your match, or you saw somebody that did, let me know what the rewards are down below, because I believe you can also do this in Urzikstan and any other future Warzone map. But for now, it's probably easiest to do this over in a match of Resurgence Fortune's Keep. Also, can't forget about the brand new ranked Resurgence rewards, which got depicted beautifully in this nice new graphic from the recent Season 2 patch notes. You can obviously get your hands on universal camos, we got those operator skins, and other calling cards, emblems, decals, even some charms. Lots of different rewards you can go ahead and unlock by hitting certain divisions in ranked Resurgence, getting a certain amount of wins, and by just taking part in ranked Resurgence throughout the second season of Warzone here. So lots of cool cosmetics you can go ahead and earn just by playing the brand new Fortune's Keep experience. But then this video off, I just want to go ahead and show some love to some older Easter eggs that were also featured in the OG Fortune's Keep. They did actually reference every single one of them in the new version of Fortunes, but you just can't do those old Easter eggs like we're all accustomed to. So you guys are probably aware about the zombie you can spawn in at the graveyard in the original version of the map. There's now a note on his tombstone, just kind of showing some love to that old quest that allowed you to just get some free loot right off the gate if you went ahead and just dropped graveyard at the beginning of your match. There's also a secret bookshelf located in the key point of interest where you had to go ahead and place wine bottles that you scavenged around the map into the bookshelf, which would open a secret room featuring a bunch of good loot, gold weapons, I think a gold riot shield, and some other gear for endgame. But there's now also a note located in this secret room just saying, hey, I moved my loot somewhere else. So the owner of this bookshelf or the owner of this mansion did go ahead and say that they went ahead and moved whatever goodies there were somewhere else around Fortune's Keep. There's also that secret room located in the town in which you had to throw a throwing knife at a certain dart that would open up a room. That room is now just easily accessible. When you go in there, there's maybe some decent loot in there, but there's a note on the wall hinting at the fact that yes, this used to be an Easter egg. But lastly, there's also that old fountain located over at the winery, which I believe the original version of the map let you just place in any type of high tier loot, and then in exchange it would drop you something like a specialist perk token or some other good loot like kill streaks or whatnot. So as of now, this fountain is all dried up. There's nothing left in here except for some gold coins, I guess as a signal of good luck, since it was a good luck fountain in the original Fortune's Keep. They could have left the original Easter eggs in this new version of the map, but I think it's cool they kind of refreshed them with some all new quests, which I think are actually a lot more rewarding and really well designed. Pretty intuitive to do, especially with a squad that cares about getting all of these done. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on all brand new Easter eggs in the brand new Fortune's Keep experience? If any new quests do get found, I'll be sure to follow up with a short covering whatever it is that was found, and we'll of course update the article over on detonated.com. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out everybody.